What's up, you guys? It's Extra Eric, and your bitches are back at round 2, sold out, Boston, with Kim Petras.
What's up, bitch?
How are you? Sorry if my pants are
good.
squeaking.
How are you? They're so cute, so it's fine. I'm great. How are you?
How have you been? It's been a year. We were just talking about from the last time from the Bloom tour. You've already had all the Clarity singles, Turn Off the Light, whole body of work.
Yeah, everything happened since then. Like I never had my own tour, obviously, because I was opening for him. So I'm on my own tour.
I feel
my
like you
second
have
own tour of this year. Thank you so much.
Like, beyond, like, I think what people even expected.
Sweet.
You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. I want to keep it going that way for sure.
How's it been the last year for you though overall?
Amazing. So busy. Like I haven't stopped working since then, but it's been like an amazing year, and it feels like a lot of like dreams for me have like already come true, and so yeah, it's been kind of like an amazing year for me, kind of like my best year.
It's just too hard to even like comprehend sometimes.
Yeah, like. Totally. It's just like it feels like that was like 40 years ago, or 50, or 189.
Honestly, our last interview was legit like ages ago.
I know. It's so crazy. We both looked so different. We're different people, man.
The glow up.
We've come a long way.
Money. No, I'm just kidding.
That's right. We're rich now. No. I wish.
So
That's
I was telling you, the show last night is epic. Like it is like something. As a Kim stan, like we've never really gotten this kind of a tour before, and I feel like for you, it's like a moment where you're turning into more of a pop star. Like you usually used to just run around the stage, but now there's production. You're holding poses, you're doing choreo, you're working with the lighting. Like it's noticeable, and you're just like serving it, and we're gagging because it's great.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, it's come from like a banner behind me with my name on it to now having like a real show. What it feels like. I've always wanted to have this kind of a show, but it's just every time I went on a tour, I learned more as a performer and what I wanted, and I feel like this time I'm like, this is what I want to do, and I want to elevate it every time that I go on tour and like do more. And yeah, the more tours I go on, the more I figure out like what I'm about as an artist and what I want to do and what I want my shows to feel like, and I get more involved in all the details because I know so much more about them. And yeah, it's really cool. This is I'm really proud of this tour actually.
Yeah. So I've never seen any kind of production in this venue before. The last time I was here for Erica Jane, and this show was like blowing amazing, but like blowing it out of the water. And it's just like, just production wise, where'd the inspiration for everything you did on this tour come from? And like stage design, all the lighting, like you're using a heavy amount of lighting, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
But
well, last time I had like little screens with me, and I just kind of got tired of that. I was just like, I want like a legit like old school like show. Yeah. So I just felt like lights were the way to go. I have like an amazing lighting guy, Lee, and yeah, we just like worked together on designing the whole thing. The cool thing is with the things, they can spell out stuff. They can have little like signs. There's like hearts that it spells out sex at one part, and it has like crosses that turn upside down at one point. It has like little diamonds. It can have like a lot of little symbols and stuff in it, so it's cool. But I think what really like started this tour was the outfits. I had a dream and saw all of the outfits and like sketched them up in the morning, and went to my tailor Jimmy, and we were like, let's do this, and we made all of them. And then they kind of demanded like their spot in the show. It was kind of very like clear like in which like order
what it was gonna look like,
and what order the outfits were gonna be, with what songs they were going to happen. And I've always wanted that spinning thing. I just think it's so really, really stunning to be on a thing like that.
I don't think anybody's done that before.
I
couldn't name the last time I saw somebody just like spin.
Sick. Yeah, it's such a simple thing, but it's really effective, thank God. So I feel like fans really love that moment, so it's cool. And it's cool also because there's lights coming from under the stage. There's like, it's on this little cube, and it's made out of like plexiglass, and then the lights come from under it, so it looks like there's a little cage around me.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, it's nice.
The Demons part was by far my favorite, because like Demons is like my
Thank you.
You have no idea. And it was crazy last night, just like with all the lighting for that and all the designs that were happening. And it's iconic.
I'm glad you like that, because I'm always just like hyping the whole crowd up and getting them to jump during that part. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like it. That's also like my favorite instrumental probably from the Turn Off the Light. I think there's like 8 instrumentals, so that's hard to be my favorite, but that one has to be my favorite.
So how is it crafting the set list for this tour? Because obviously like songs like Broken didn't make it. It's like Stan Twitter is just going off about like what they want. Like if you think about me, put it back in the set list. Why isn't Broken in it? Like how nuts was it to create the set list for this show?
Well, it was so hard because there's so many songs that I've released now. Like I have like 3 albums worth of stuff out
Which is
now.
crazy, just on your debut album though.
Totally,
That's wild.
Which is like amazing. But yeah, so it's hard to pick like the right ones, and I just go with the ones that I think emotionally make the best show, and make the best order and complement each other nice enough. And also I feel like there's some that in a show kind of serve the same purpose, so they kind of kick each other out
It
and
goes
just
right
like
into the other.
Totally, yeah. And if you think about me, I did that on the last tour in the summer.
It was always a favorite of mine.
I know, I love that one. It's like one of my legit like favorite songs ever, but I miss playing Can't Do Better. And I feel like they kind of are like twin sisters of like doing the same thing in a show. So this time around I was
Don't
like,
want to be redundant.
we gotta do Can't Do Better. And we just didn't find a right moment for it. If you think about me, it's really sad. But I love that one. I wrote that one in my mom's basement at like 19, so it's really special to me.
So you've been holding on to that for a while.
Yeah, I've had that demo for a long time. So yeah.
How'd you know it was the right time to use it? Was it just meeting with producers and sort of just taking it, or did you know you wanted to use it?
It's just
then?
like, so I went through all my demos when I like wrote songs like I Don't Want It At All and Hard to Break and like all of those super 80s pop, super bubblegum pop songs, and I went back into my demos and was like, do I have any songs that would complement this feeling and this vibe? And then Slow It Down, and If You Think About Me, and Can't Do Better. I always had that little tiny just that
really
hook
been
idea.
holding on to those for that long?
Yeah, so I've been holding on to those. I mean, if you think about me, it's the oldest one. But yeah, it's been like since I was back in Germany, where I'm from. But yeah, I've been holding on for some of them for years and years.
When did you start learning English? Like not too long before that, right?
I did. Yeah. I mean, I learned talking English well, I think when I was like 12, 13, 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, because I was actually just going to ask you, I always love to ask like if there's an interesting story behind like one of the tracks, and I was going to ask it for clarity specifically.
Yeah.
Because there's always, is there a fun story behind one of the songs that like as a Kim stan, I would love kind of like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I asked Charlie this last one too. It's like my
for
favorite
sure.
thing.
I mean, I leaked one of my friends' numbers in one of the songs, first of all. Yeah, Jesse's number.
Also, Jesse, on a side note too, Jesse and Aaron with Lizzo for the past year too, it's been crazy. It's like you and everybody around you is just like,
I know, it's so amazing to like see my friends do great things as well, and it's just been really cool because we've been working for so long and just been doing this for so long, just nobody saw. And so now that people are just like seeing like how hard we're working and how like dedicated we are, and that's just a really, really sick feeling. But yeah, I think that's a fun story. And I'm trying to think. I wrote parts of Clarity in Hawaii, which is random. Well, the thing about that is kind of that it comes from like a heartbreak and like a bummer. Like
Clarity.
It's like the whole thing is kind of inspired by breaking up and being cheated on. So there's not many fun stories. But
bitches.
Yeah, totally. I don't know, but it also gave me back like my like fun, because I feel like after every like heartbreak comes like a slutty club phase, which I went through, and then songs like Do Me and Got My Number and Clarity and like all the fun like came back to the record. But yeah, I can't think of anything else, sorry.
I'm also laughing because I just came up with a funny pun, because I was going to ask you more about Clarity and Get the Clarity. I feel like that's never been used yet.
Let's get the clarity. I love that.
I'm so cute. But so let's get the clarity on Clarity. Thank you. I'm literally going to make that my ringtone.
Sick.
So what I was going to say, you told Zach saying that you had 47 songs that you crafted for the album. The real tea is, are you planning to do anything with the ones that didn't make it? Are you going to pull a Carly Rae Jepsen and drop a B-sides, which I would highly recommend, because I'd love that.
I would love to do that. I always find like good ideas never die. I really reuse like a lot of ideas that I've had, and I always go back to my catalog.
Which I guess speaks to that demo then of everything else.
Totally. So anything may come back at any point in time. I feel like right now, I'm on tour. I can't record because
Yeah.
I'm always on vocal rest. It's so like, I know some like
annoying.
rappers and stuff like that have like a studio bus and they go back into the bus and like sing and record new and it's just like some of my songs are so high and like so hard from my voice. I gotta have like full shut up days where I can't speak a single word.
What was the last song you cut before hitting? Like, what was 13?
That was another one.
Or that didn't make the album.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, that I cut.
Is
that
it 12
didn't make
on the album? Yeah. Like, what was the last song?
Oh my god, the
didn't
last
make
one.
It?
It was called I think it was called Oh My God, and it was like another like really
OMG.
Yeah, it was like it was OMG, and it was like a fashion song. It was really fun. It was like really braggy. It was like, oh my God, I'm amazing. All the boys they wanna chase it. Oh my God, it was really tight.
I'm so up right now.
It was like a really like I'm the song, so it may return. I love that one actually.
Yeah,
that was like,
I can get how it doesn't fit within the theme.
It didn't fit into it at all, but it was like such a like banger. Yeah,
it's already in my head.
It's sick. Yeah, so it may come back. I hope.
I'm like, you just ruined my train of thought. With that. Like, I'm so up. But what I was gonna say is too. You've talked about the meaning of clarity and like have gone into it so many times before, so you don't need to dive too deep into it. But now that you've reached like this clarity, how is that changing your future direction and sort of what you want to do with the project? Because it's like you've been hustling for so long, and now you really have you know what I mean? It's not like you're there, but like you're there now where things are changing. So how is that impacting what you're doing?
Well, I just think it's impacting the way that I work. I feel like I work even harder and even faster, which like I definitely like need to like take my time for the next record and next project.
So
like
you're
I
not
definitely
gonna rush stuff.
I want to make it like the best thing I've ever done, and I always want to do something that I've never done. So the thing about clarity is like I'm never gonna make something like it again. So it's very I love every bit of it, and I'm very proud of it. But yeah, I just think my life has changed a lot for me learning a lot more. I feel like this was a huge learning experience for me, and I just know how to do a lot of things really well now that I had no idea of. I didn't know how to release stuff. I didn't know how to make a good music video. I feel like Icy is like my first great music video.
It's epic.
I didn't know how to like keep myself healthy on tour. I didn't like all these things that I didn't know that I've like learned over the last year. Just like will totally determine like where I'm gonna go on the next round, and you know how far I can push it. And I feel like this is like the total like start for me. Now I feel like I'm like ready, and now like I know a lot more things about making a record, because also I've never made a full project. You know, I've always made hundreds of songs, but I've never made like a full record with a storyline. Yeah. So now I know so much more about it, which is cool. Yeah.
That's epic. Well, we're getting the shutdown, so.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No.
I was going to ask you one more question.
Yeah,
quick.
ask away.
How did you land on the Charlie's Angels soundtrack? Did Ariana like hit you up specifically?
Yeah, Ariana and Savin, who's a songwriter, she writes with a lot, hit me up, and they had the song done, and they were like, we want you to sing it. And I was like, of course, Queen. Oh my God, I can't believe you know my name or anything about me. And they just like sent me the song to cut. I was on the Broken tour still, so that was in the summer, and I recorded it in Atlanta and sent it to them, and they were like, this is amazing. And then they got everybody else on it, like Cash Doll, and
I love Alma.
I know Alma and Stefflon Don. And then I was just like, until the day like it came out, I had no idea who was on it, because like it also changed quite a bit. And I was just so excited because I went to see the movie with my friends on tour, and it's like the opening sequence, like where the like nice Charlie's Angels logo comes in. It was so cool. It was really surreal. So thanks, Sabin and Ariana. That was super tight.
Thanks, Ari.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from you next? Are you going to take some time for music?
I'm never going to take some time from music, but it's going to be a little bit before you hear anything. So I'm finishing up my tour. I'm always working on new stuff. Like I already know a lot of the songs that I want to release and
What's one?
stuff like that. Oh my God, no, you can't get another one out of me. No, I feel you. You're good at your job. So
another thing I'm recording and making my ringtone.
Yeah, just you're good at your job. That's a great ringtone.
I did just get a promotion, so.
Yes, it up. Congrats, man.
Sis.
Tight. Yeah, no, but always. I'm never gonna take like a year off, you know, like that's very not me, but way too workaholic for that. But definitely sometime, because I need to like lay and like watch a movie, and I feel like I haven't done that since Charlie's Angels. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, of course. Me too. Let's do this like every year. That'd be hot.
2020.
Okay, 2020. I'll see you, sis.
Bye.
Bye. Woo-ah.